morning, friends. I'm Dr. Yogesh Sarode of Jivan Vikas Mahavidyalaya Deogram. I welcome you all in this session. Today, we will learn about the story Kabuliwala and few important aspects in the story. In the last session, we had discussed about the story writer Rabindranath Tagore, then theme of the story. We had seen also plot and the central idea also. Today, once again, I will talk about the story in brief, and we'll see the summary and important aspects. So, friends, the story Kabuliwala is written by the great writer, Indian writer from Bengal, Rabindranath Tagore, who won Nobel Prize for Literature. Kabuliwala is set in a busy town of Kolkata of 20th century, early part of 20th century, and views a nuisance story depicting the affection that develops between a middle-aged Afghan trader Rahman Khan and Mini. Mini is 5-year-old. Khan has left his daughter Rabia behind in Afghanistan and come to earn a living in faraway Kolkata. In the town, he meets a 5-year-old Bengali girl Mini, in whom he sees his own child. Rahman accidentally stabs an Abiju man and is sentenced to 8 years of rigorous jail term. And when he comes out, he goes to see Mini, who is about to get married. She does not seem to remember him and seems to have lost her childhood affection for him. One might say that the Afghan trader is like each one of us, seeking love and sustenance and separated from loved ones. The story is widely anthologized and has been made into 3 major film versions down the years, showing the unbeatable impact. We'll talk about the summary of the story also. The narrator's daughter, Mini, was 5 years old. She loved chattering. Her mother was often angry at this, but the narrator would not stop Mini. For Mini to be quiet and unnatural, and the narrator could not bear it long. And his own talk with her was always lovey. One morning, she complained that Ramdayal, the doorkeeper, called a crow, K-R-O-W. Instead of C-R-O-W, he calls K-R-W, and added that he didn't know anything. But before the narrator could offer an explanation, she came up with another statement that according to Bhola, there was an elephant in the clouds blowing water out of his trunk, and that was why it rained. She asked the narrator what he thought about it. When the narrator was trying to think of a reply, she asked him what relation was mother to him. The narrator, however, asked her to go and play with Bhola. So, in the beginning, we find what was the nature of Mini, a chatterbox, asking number of questions continuously. One day, while Mini was playing near the narrator's table, she saw a Kabuliwala walking slowly along the street. He wore the loose, soiled clothing of his people and a tall turban. He carried a bag on his back and boxes of grapes in his hand. Mini called out to him, so he came into the compound. Overcome by terror, Mini ran to her mother for protection and disappeared. She had a blind belief that inside his bag were 2 or 3 other children like herself. Since Mini had called the man to the house, the narrator made some small purchases. When the man was about to go, he expressed his wish to see little one, thinking that Minnie should get rid of her false fear. The narrator had her brought out. The Kabuliwala offered her nuts and raisins, but she didn't accept them. This was their first meeting. Gradually, the Kabuliwala and Minnie became great friends. He would often come to the house, sit with her, and poke fun at each other. He would offer her almonds and raisins. In all her life, Minnie had never found a patient listener. Minnie's mother was very timid. Whenever she heard a noise in the street or saw people coming towards the house, she always jumped to the conclusion that there were thieves or drunkards or snakes or tigers or malaria, cockroaches like that. When after all those years of experience, she was not able to overcome her terror. So she was full of doubts about Kabliwala and used to beg the narrator to keep a watchful eye on him. She feared that the man might carry off their tiny child. Once a year, in the middle of January, Rahman, the Kabliwala, used to return to his own country. And as the time approached, he would be very busy going from house to house collecting his debts. One morning, a few days before he had made up his mind to go, the narrator was correcting proof sheets in his study. Suddenly, he heard an uproar in the street and looking out, saw Rahman being led away, bound between two policemen. There were blood stains on his clothes, and one of the policemen carried a knife. On enquiry, the narrator was told that a certain neighbor had owed a peddler something for a Rampuri shawl, but had denied buying it, and that in the course of the quarrel, Rahman had struck him. Suddenly, Minnie appeared in veranda and called out to Kabliwala. Rahman's face lighted up as he turned to her. He had no bag under his arm today. They made fun of each other for a while, and then Rahman was led away. On a charge of murderous assault, Rahman was sentenced to several years' imprisonment. Rahman was in jail now. As years passed, he was forgotten. Even Minnie had forgotten her old friend. As she grew older, she spent more of her time with girls. Arrangements were also now being made for Minnie's marriage. One day, it was a particular day of wedding, Minnie's wedding, when the narrator was sitting in the study looking through the accounts. The Kabuliwala, now released from jail, stood before him. Narrator told him that there were ceremonies going on in his house and that he could come another day. So he turned to go, but as he reached the door, he asked if he might see that little one for a moment. It was his belief that Minnie was still the same 5-year-old innocent little one, like that of his daughter. The narrator repeated that there was a ceremony in the house and that he would not be able to see her another day. Now he showed the narrator a small dirty piece of paper which bore an ink smeared impression of his daughter's little hand. He had carried it always next to his heart. That impression of the hand of his little Parvati in her distant mountain home reminded narrator of his own little Minnie. So, because he is also a human being, tears came to the narrator's face because he realized that Kabuliwala is also a father. As the Kabuliwala was eager to meet Minnie, the narrator sent for her. Though after much hesitation, since it was her wedding day, Minnie came clad in red silk with sandal paste on her forehead and adorned as a young bride. The Kabuliwala seemed amazed at the apparition. He could not revive their old friendship. At last, he smiled and asked her if she was going to her father in law's house. She blushed at the question and stood before him with her bride like face bowed down. Soon, she left her meeting the Kabuliwala for the last time. After meeting Mini, the young bride Rahman sighed deeply and sat down on the floor. The idea had suddenly come to him that his own daughter too must have grown up. He would have to make friends anew with her also. He would not find her as he was when he left her. And besides, what might not have happened to her in those 8 years? These thoughts went through his mind as he was sitting on the floor of the narrator's house. The narrator took out a currency note and gave it to Rahman so that he could go back to his daughter in his own country. The narrator also wished that the happiness of meeting his daughter might bring good fortune to his own child, Minnie's fortune. Having made the present, narrator had to curtail some of the festivities. He could not have the electric light he had intended, nor the military band, and the ladies of the house were despondent about it. But to the narrator, the wedding feast was all the brighter for the thought that in a distant land, a long father had met again his child. So, friends, this is what is the summary part of the story. Now, we'll discuss some important issues in the story also. Now, after seeing or going through the story, Kabuliwala, we find that there is a growing affection between Mini and Kabuliwala. Okay, how? Mini was playing near the narrator's table. You see in the beginning. She saw Kabuliwala walking slowly along the street. Mini called out to him. He came into the compound. He gave her nuts and raisins, and this was their first meeting. He would often come to the house then, sit with her and poke fun at each other. They would laugh and talk. Mini was a great talker because he was chatterbox, and the Kabuliwala was a patient listener. In this way, we find their daughter love affection gradually increases. Then, if we focus on the incident that led to the imprisonment of the Kabuliwala, because that is very important, because that changes the thoughts in Mini's family. See how that one day narrator saw Rahman, the Kabuliwala, being led away by bound between two policemen. There were blood stains on his clothes, and one of the policemen carried a knife. When inquiry was made, the narrator was told that a certain neighbor had owed Kabuliwala something for a Rampuri shawl, but had denied buying it. And in the course of that quarrel, Rahman struck him with knife. So on the charge of murderous assault, Kabuliwala was sentenced to several years of imprisonment. And this is what? Just a stain or black spot in the story that changes the mindset of the rest of the members. Here, the narrator seems to have a great desire to see foreign places. This is also important aspect. Then, if we focus on the character of mother in the story, we find Mini's mother was more protective about Mini. She was a nervous woman who always suspected that Kabuliwala would carry away her daughter. She was always in a fear, phobia. So she used to ask narrator to keep a watchful eye on him. She once punished Minnie severely for accepting an 8 anna piece from Kabliwala. The mother was so timid that whenever she heard a noise in the street or saw people coming towards the house, she jumped to the conclusion that they were thieves or drunkards or snakes, tigers like. So, on the other hand, all this shows that she had a great love and affection for her daughter. She would not want any harm to come over the child because she had a mother's heart. So, friends, these are the important issues I think relevant to this story. What is important is once again I will remind that this is an interesting story based on relationship and particularly friendship. So it is worth reading. I recommend you that you must read this story and see, understand the human feelings. After all, we are all human beings. So to welcome, to uh, honor everyone's feelings, that is important. That is humanity. So, friends, I hope you might have understood this story because we have gone through the summary part also and discussed important issues related to the story. So, best luck and good day. Here I stop. Thank you.